movieweb.com.
So you're not gonna have a best man?
Here's the thing, Zoe. Peter's always been a girlfriend guy. All his dude friends just fell by the wayside.
Why is it weird that I had girlfriends?
Nothing, we're just saying you never really had a best friend is all.
Well, who's your best friend?
Your brother, Robbie.
What's up?
He's about the coolest guy I know.
So what do I do? How do I meet friends?
If you see a cool-looking guy, strike up a conversation and ask him on a man date, okay? You know what I mean? No. Casual lunch or after-work drinks. You're not taking these boys to see The Devil Wears Prada. Oh, God, I love that movie. No, I won't.
I'm Peter Clavin. I'm the realtor. Sidney Fife.
Hey, check out these two.
That guy needs to fart.
He does seem to be clenching.
Watch the leg. Boom.
He farted in my open house.
He sure did.
I'm thinking it might be a little bit small.
Totally, and it smells like fart.
You guys are friends from way back. This is a very well-written movie, brilliantly directed, funny as hell. What's the hardest day on set on a film like this for you guys?
Ooh. It was, for me, there were times when I'd get on these laughing jags. You know, I can't stop. And it happened a couple of times when we were filming in the man cave. And that was actually on a sound stage, and we were shooting in the summer, and it was just broiling hot, and we were in closed quarters, you know, it was very cramped. And I just couldn't stop, and so it would go on for sometimes hours. Not kidding, hours. And I couldn't even get a line out. And all of a sudden, the crew tends to not find it as funny after 30 seconds.
For me, the hardest day was when Rush came. We were all very excited, but we had to dance at the Rush concert. And I don't love exercise, you know.
Oh, bull.
And we had to dance for 10 hours.
Yeah.
And I lost almost 45 pounds that night. And then they took that photo.
The hardest day, probably the wedding scene, because there's so many actors, you know, and it's not like one of these movies where you have the two guys who are funny and then everybody else is just sort of okay. I mean, everybody is really good who has a leading, you know, or even a semi-leading part in the movie. And so you just want to give everybody their due. And, you know, it's hard to kind of corral all that talent together.
Days can be hard for a number of reasons. Getting kind of giggly and loopy and having shot at we shot that engagement scene for that engagement party scene at the Chinese restaurant for 2 days straight. So we're just sitting at a round table staring at each other for 2 days. And by the end of the second day, it was like, woo, everybody was just loopy and giggly and couldn't stop laughing. And if that's the worst thing that happens at the end of a long day, I think it's really great, but it's still really hard to get through the day.
I'm fine with a little mercury poisoning as long as it means I get to eat raw fish, because I love it so much.
My doctor said it's really bad if you're trying to get pregnant.
I heard that.
Which Barry and I are doing.
Oh my God, that's so exciting!
Ew. I'm sorry.
What?
I'm sorry. I pictured you and Barry having sex, and he's so big, and you're so tiny, and I just...
Haley.
Like, I totally imagined Barry just like...
Okay, hold on, wait. Why are you even imagining
I'm
us
seeing it
doing
again.
it anyway? Well, stop!
You know, the movie is hilarious. It looks like you guys are having a great time. Just to kind of give me a little, what was the set like? I mean, what was the atmosphere, you know, offset? I mean, were you guys still having fun? Was it work? I mean, what was it like?
Well, there was, you know, like offset there, we were sleeping because it was hours upon hours upon hours of filming. And, you know, we would get off at 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning, whatever. But I can tell you that it was one of the most, it's probably the most fun I've ever had on a film. I was afraid in going from my show where I love and adore everyone and everybody gets along and loves each other and is family and everybody's great at what they do. I was afraid leaving that and going to a film because I hadn't done a film because I was pregnant and then I had my baby and was shooting the show. So it's the first film I'd done in like 2.5 years, and I was mortified that I was going to go onto a set and I was going to be, as usual, when there's an ensemble cast, bad seats, or somebody with drama. And I got there, and it was just as great as my show. Like, everybody loved each other, everybody got along, everybody was respectful, everybody was talented in their own way, everybody was amazing at comedy and really amazing at improv, and everybody was happy to be at work. So it was a great experience. It was a really, really wonderful set to be a part of.
I just want to ask you a question about working with Jon Favreau particularly. I've interviewed him like 3 or 4 times over the year, over the years, and he's really such a serious guy when it comes to his work, but he comes off as being so comedic and so sweet. What's he like offset, you know, as an actor as opposed to a director?
You know, I'd worked with him on the show and I'd met him a couple times before, but being able to play his wife and work, you know, opposite him for this extended period of time was really amazing, and he's just on or off the set, he's just as funny and sometimes can be serious, but even when he's serious, there's this huge heart there.
Look, that guy needs to fart. It's pretty clear, but he doesn't know her well enough to do it in front of her, so I assume they haven't slept together.
He does seem to be clenching.
Yeah, and he doesn't want to fart. Watch, when he gets enough space, he's gonna let one rip, I guarantee you. Oh, that's a good move. Hey, go check out the kitchen, honey. I'll meet you in there. Now watch. He's making his move slowly but surely. Watch the leg. Wait for it. Wait for it. Fart. Boom. That's a fart. That's a fart.
Oh my God.
Look at him. Crop dusting across your open house. It's a disgrace.
He farted in my open house.
You sure did.
You know what, guy? I like it, but I'm thinking it might be a little bit small.
Totally, and it smells like fart.
I hear this term bromance being thrown around to describe your film.
Yeah.
Do you like that term? What's your view on that?
Here's the thing. Whatever anybody wants to call it is cool with me. I'm just happy they're talking about it, quite frankly. Now, you know, it's not a term that I use because we never thought about it when we were making the movie. I don't think I'd ever heard that term until, you know, 6 months ago or something. But I just think it's a story about two guys and their friendship and all the women in their lives. But, you know, if anybody wants to call it a bromance, romantic comedy, bromontana, whatever they want to call it, I'm cool with.
All right.
As long as they see it March 20th, they can pretty much call it like a costume drama.
It definitely tells you what it is, but I'm not sure, you know, that term is applied to a lot of different situations. I'm not sure that's gonna stand the test of time. But I do think that it's defining something new, something modern. Sensitive men learning to love each other.
I think bromance is a silly thing because it's something MTV came up with and now everybody's running with it. I think it's, you know, like with girls, we've been that way all along, like with our friends. We are affectionate and loving and, you know, we hold hands or link arms or drink out of the same straw or sleep in the same bed and have slumber parties, and it's normal. And for men, it's like, that's not the macho thing to do. And putting a label on it seems a bit ridiculous, but I guess everybody likes it, so they're running with it.
I hear this term being used to describe the film called bromance.
Yeah, it is.
Right? What's your view on that? Is it a bad thing? Is it a good thing?
I think that it's like some word that's entered the cultural zeitgeist. But I don't think you can define this.
You can try. The words, you know, they always want to label something.
Yeah, what about a sound? Is there a sound that would define us?
Yeah.
Hope that the camera's got that. All right, so not fans of the term brofans.
I like the ones that sound like this. The ones that sound like this. Those are my favorites. Yeah, that is a good one.
What is the?
Occasionally I'll be lucky enough to have a girl stay at my house, and I always wake up with terrible gas, and it's an exercise in not wanting them to hear my farts. And that last one you did is the one what it usually sounds like. I'm like in the bed.
Oh, I just kind of. But it was the upward thing at the end, which is just the.
Whenever you hear that, ladies, it's a fart. Yeah. This is actually, Paramount, don't be mad. This is about the movie. There's a whole scene about farting in the movie. I'm not just being silly.
So what do you guys do for 7 straight hours?
Yeah, Pete.
So is he your best man?
It's way too early to tell. Sweet, sweet hanging. truth is, I've been a girlfriend guy, but out of all those girls, you're the only one that wanted me to have my own life. It's like one of the most romantic things I could ever think of. What's up? Come on.
Hey, geek, I just stepped in your dog's crap. Peter, run!